Bolton stand, and Sammy was telling me about the changing rooms. We moved down here in 1993 for reasons that I'll explain when we get in the tunnel. But even in those days, the changing room only came to about here. And that was up until only a few years ago, when certainly the onset of COVID and we needed more space and squads were getting bigger, and we knocked through because the away team dressing room used to be here. That's now on the other side of the tunnel, and it was made into what you see. The showers and toilet facilities down the bottom are for the assistants, coaches, etc. The players' showers are around this corner here. Also, as you go around this corner here, you will see 2 ice baths. Never had them in your day, sorry?
No.
And each player is encouraged to spend about 3 minutes in the ice bath after a game, just to assist the body recover from any knocks, tears, lactic acid, that sort of thing. But on a match day, players will generally arrive 4 hours before kick-off. They come in here, they'll have a meeting. Behind this screen here is a big interactive TV, so Eric can go through the tactics that they've been working on throughout the week. Then they'll all go upstairs into one of the suites for a meal together, come back down here, the team gets announced, all these Red Devils that are around the top, that will have the player's name put on, so they know where they're sitting. Generally, Eric likes to have the goalkeeper and defenders here, midfield and attack here, with substitutes down at the bottom. They will then get into their warm-up kit, go out and warm up. As those who were here last night, you'll see them in a different kit. And then they come back in here, they get changed into the match day kit. With about 8 minutes before kick-off, the referee will sound an alarm to let them know they've got 1 minute to finish off their preparations. After that minute, then another alarm goes off, and they'll all walk out into the tunnel and get ready to go out onto the pitch. But Sammy liked to tell you how things were in his day, because it wasn't the comfort that you see here today. Sammy?
Oh, you could have had our dressing room in here twice over. Nowhere near the size of this. The kit was out when we came in. It would be number 1 to number 12. We had 1 substitute, only 12 shirts. And in the middle, where that badge is, the middle of our dressing room would be a table, where our trainer, as we call them in them days, would give anyone a rub, a massage if they wanted it. There'd be a television. People used to watch the racing right up until 2:45. They'd have a bed in the players' lounge, especially George Best. They'd have a bed right up until 2:45. Come in, get changed, and go out and play. But that was best that he could do what he wanted, you know. We had nothing like this, with no fridge or anything. There'd be a big pot of tea on the table, cup of tea. That's all we had. The manager would come in, give your team talk about 10 to 3, 5-minute team talk. The bell would ring, and then we'd go out onto the pitch, all of us to warm up individually. There was no, like the way it is now, monitored warm-ups with fitness coaches. You did your exact what you thought was good enough to warm up before the game. Come in, and away you go. 3 o'clock kick-off, and that's where it was. But this dressing room here, we could have a 5-a-side in this dressing room compared to the one that we had, nowhere near the size. You know, well, that's where it was in those days. It was never. I see so many shirts right here. 12 shirts in our dressing room. That was it. Number 1 to 12, and number 12 was a substitute. That's where it was.
What was your food like in them days? I mean, you pre-match or post-match?
Yeah, pretty much. That again was down to the individual. You could, I've seen players have a steak at 12 o'clock, steak, egg and beans. Some people had chicken and toast, egg and toast, cornflakes, stuff like that. The Southern Lou McCarty used to have like what we call like a big breakfast on the Saturday morning. Just come what I had before the game. After I had a big breakfast before the game, I would just have a bar of chocolate, Cadbury's Dairy Milk, just before, to give me that sort of little bit of a boost. But I've seen players have steak. Gary Burton's wouldn't kick a ball until he had a steak. That was the way he did it in Nottingham Forest. It worked in Nottingham Forest, but it didn't work here. We told him to change his meal here, but he didn't do it. But no, everyone was individual. Everyone had their own.
What was best like? Is it?
Best to eat what he wanted, you know. Yeah, he'd be very whatever how he felt, you know. A lot of people tried to copy what best they have, but it didn't work for them. No, as I say, everyone had their own, and then they had what they wanted. And even some managers would let players have a suite as well. They would have like a steak or something like that, and some would have rice pudding even after that. But it was always 3 hours before the game.
Yeah.
They give you time to digest it and stuff like that. Like a game 7:30 at night in those days, you'd have your pre-match meal at 4 o'clock.
And would you all sit down together then in a restaurant?
Yeah, you'd be in a restaurant, you'd all sit at tables, and you certainly, you wanted to sit with, have your pre-match meal, you're on the bus, come to the game, and that'd be it.
So you all made your way to the game?
Oh no, we'll be on a bus. If we're in a hotel away from home, the bus would be outside waiting for us to take us to the ground. But home games, for a 3 o'clock kickoff, we'd go to a hotel at 12 o'clock for a meal. Or sometimes, if we didn't go to the hotel, the manager would tell us to be here for 2 o'clock, an hour before the game.
Which is something different today, because players today, to something Eric Ten Hag's brought in, make their own way here to the stadium. So they all drive in, they park round the back, and then they come in through the back doors where you're about to go through. There's no more staying over in a hotel, like Sammy was saying, they literally have to make their own way here. So there's no staying out and out before a game. It's probably what you did, was it? You stay over at a hotel, just meet at a hotel?
Yeah, well, it varied. We used to stay at home at times. It all depends how we were doing in the season. If we were doing well, the manager would keep that going, stay at home. But if things were going bad, he'd take us away. We used to go to a place called Matcham Hall.
Oh yeah.
Under Tommy Docherty, especially Tommy Docherty, like going to a place called Matcham Hall. Even for home games, Friday night we'd go to Matcham Hall, sleep there, eat there, get the bus to the ground here. We'd park our cars here on a Friday afternoon, and go to Matcham Hall at tea time. That's where it was. But that varied. It all depends how we were playing, what results we were getting. Whether we stayed away at a hotel or stayed at home.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gents, what I propose we do now is go into the tunnel. Yeah. If you're all up for that.